do it.
Old school intro. Happy Monday, everybody. Free agency's going on. We haven't been on for a minute, so, moves have happened, right?
Exactly. We had activity since we've last been on.
Well, one of the kind of funnier things I've heard, and shout out to Bryant, he's the one that came up with this. He said, we should draft Bryce Lance and give him number 5 and save some people some money. Trey Lance's brother is a wide receiver.
Yeah.
From North Dakota State. Actually, ran a blazing 40 too. Mm-hmm. I mean,
he's a good player.
It's just one of those. I was laughing when I saw it. I was like, you never know.
We still need a young receiver. Another one on the roster.
I mean, speaking of receivers. Sign good old Mike Evans. Mr. catches anything thrown his way, even if it's not thrown right. I've seen some of his games with Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield's like, dude, I'm so off, but he just catches everything.
Yeah.
So it's
got a huge catch radius.
He does.
6'5" with that huge wingspan.
He's big. He's big.
Go up and get it. Yep.
So, and I personally like the signing. There's always those folks that go, oh, he's like injured. I heard someone use the term chronic hamstring. I'm like,
oh, wow.
That was just last year. I didn't know he had chronic hamstring issues. Like, I looked at his game logs. I'm like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah.
So
people just got to complain.
That stuff happens. Yeah, that stuff happens, but here we are, essentially it's more like a 1 year, what is it? $14.2 million deal, but it could be a 3 year, $60 million deal if he's, on par with his normal performance
exactly.
So, and I honestly don't mind the signing at all. I like Mike Evans.
I do too.
We need a guy like him.
Yeah. Mike Evans is one of the better receivers in the league. Like, he's up there. He's a threat. Like, we played
straight up. And we're going to keep it in the wide receiver room here. We just signed a guy, and I mean, he's probably going to be like wide receiver 4, maybe 5. You never know. But Christian Kirk, right? We got him. He was a Texan last year. Didn't put up any spectacular numbers with them, but
no. No Texan receiver did. Like,
I don't think so. I think you're right.
Their offense was offensive. Like, their quarterback did not have a good year. The offense just took a step back. But he's a good slot receiver, can make plays. He has speed, can get downfield. He's a guy you can't sleep on. And, he's kind of like the veteran receiver that Kyle likes, right? The Malik Turner types, all them, although he's better than those guys. Like, you said wide receiver 4. I immediately see him as being wide receiver 3. Like, he's the immediate slot receiver. Like, Mike Evans on the outside, Ricky Pearsall on the outside, and him in the slot.
That's true too. I mean, everyone still has to make the 53-man roster here.
Of course, yeah.
So, like,
just projecting ahead,
Oh yeah, we'll see what happens with like Jordan Watkins. I really like the kid. I kind of don't like how Kyle's like, I'm not playing the young players. Come on, man. Like, give him a chance.
And when you think about that, because like he didn't play much last year, and Jacob Cowing didn't play last year, they're basically like rookies all over again. So you know he's not going to play them, right? So it's good that they went out and picked up some veteran receivers. At least Kyle would put them on the field.
That's true, and it's like, and then are we good? Like I was pegging that 27th overall pick as a wide receiver. I'm like, we're going to take a wide receiver. Then they go and they sign Mike Evans. I'm like, okay, maybe not.
Mm-hmm. And now with this move, I don't think it's definitely not.
I think that's definitely a not.
Yeah.
I mean, and then we moved to the O line. We got that guy from the Patriots, their swing tackle. What's his name? Lowe.
Yeah, something Lowe. I can't remember. Definitely Lowe.
Experience. He's got some NFL experience, so you never know. He could be our left guard, right?
He could be. He has played the position, so I'm sure it'll be an open competition. But I can see him, Vidarian Lowe. Yes, thank you, Kenny. I can see him easily sliding in there. He'll be in the mix for sure.
Kenny, now what were you doing when you were thinking about the wide receivers we signed? Like were you walking? Were you if you pulled your hamstring sitting, you're skilled. Okay. Bryant, what's up, buddy?
What up, BC?
Yeah, Vidarian Lowe. We also got a guy who was formerly with the Eagles, but he didn't. He's kind of one of those been in the league for a while, but doesn't get much playing time guys. So it's like, I don't know. He might just be filling out the 90-man roster type of thing.
Yeah, you got to fill out the 90-man roster, and we only have 6, 7 draft picks now. So
we have 6 picks at this point.
Yeah, we have 6 picks. So you got to sign free agents to help fill out that roster. So get some guys who may be contributors early in the free agent period. That's what you do. Then get a bunch of guys to fill in the back end of the roster, after the draft. But you got to fill that 90 for sure.
Oh boy. Bryant, go all in. He just tore his AC driving. Uh-oh.
That's some tough driving right there. Hope you're off-roading.
But and then we moved to the defense. We did re-sign. Well, we'll get to the special teams here in a minute. But we ended up making a trade for Osa, and I actually said his name the other day and got it right, but I don't know if I can do that twice.
I can't do it twice in a row.
Might not be able. It needs to practice, okay?
Yeah, I do too.
You know how I am with names.
Like, I'm not even trying it right now until I practice it some more. You just say Osa and everyone knows who he is.
That's exactly it.
Exactly, yeah.
And I mean, he was like, what, second in the league in quarterback hits from interior defensive linemen, 7th in the league in pressures.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's going to be an automatic, upgrade for the pass rush on the interior there.
Yeah, you can see him on pass rush downs. Put him in there. He'll be part. We all know he would have been part of the rotation anyway. But, because of his ability to be a one-gap penetrator, Raheem Mostert will use him in that way. So you could definitely see him on the pass rush downs, getting out there, getting after it.
Oh, yeah. We'll still get our fair share of Alfred Collins and CJ West. It's not like
they'll definitely be in the mix.
We signed the guy.
Yeah.
And then, we're on the defensive front here. We signed, what was that guy? Nate Hobbs?
Nate Hobbs. Yep,
the corner. He's actually a good corner, but we'll see where we'll see what happens there.
We'll see what happens.
Obviously, going to be competition going on, right?
Yeah, because from what I saw, he was playing in slot a lot. So, and we got Upton Stout, who had a very good rookie campaign there, right? So we'll see what happens, what what they decide to do. Is he just a valuable backup? Because he played the slot, but he also played in the outside. So is he just a valuable backup, or they planning some other things? They got something in the works, though. So training camp will be interesting this year.
Well, right now, yeah, my browsers are fighting right now.
Yeah.
But
I'm
we
kind of
did
stuttering
get,
a second.
I think Upton Stout is going to be sticking around.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to be our nickel. I mean,
Yep.
look at what he did last year. He came a long ways during the season,
Yeah.
right?
He got better and better as the season went on. So
Um, so do we need quality CBs? We do. So now we
well,
have
we
4
got
quality CBs,
yeah,
right?
exactly. We had 3 to begin with. We just added another like now, but you still got to keep building that back end, right? Because you never know. Everybody's one injury away, like one misstep away. So you want to be able to say, "Oh, this guy tweaked something, bring in the backup, next man up," which we always do, and you hope that guy is quality. So you got to keep, filling the cupboards, as they say.
Oh yeah. Last thing he remembers is Kenneth Walker running over Segel, huh? Interesting. But so, and at linebacker, we re-signed Dre Greenlaw.
Yep, he resigned with us. Decided to come on back.
He didn't exactly have play. I think, huh? Yep. So, and then we did re-sign Luke Gifford, our special teams
Mm-hmm.
ace.
Special
So we
teamer.
got him back.
Yep.
We re-signed Eddie Pinero,
Yep.
multi-year extension. Kind of hard to find a kicker for some reason. I don't get why, but we got a guy. He does the job. He's actually one of the top 5 all-time NFL kickers, so I don't mind it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um, I mean, but we've made some moves, and like
Yeah.
that one place, ESPN actually ranked us in the top 5 winners of the free agency period. I'm like, I don't know. Normally these guys are like hard on us,
Yeah. Because we sign names. That's what it is. We sign names that other people are high on, and we normally don't sign like that many names. We'll normally get one, and then other guys will just be like special teamers, fill out the roster. But we got a couple of good names here, so everybody's like drooling over that. But Mike Evans is the biggest one. Pairing him in
Yep.
the Kyle Shanahan offense, which he played in Tampa. But with Kyle Shanahan's play calling and with Brock Purdy's precision, it should be a very good matchup.
It really should be. I
Yep.
mean, and like I've been just guessing at like what are the Niners thinking at the 27th overall pick now? We'll just
Mm-hmm.
have to see.
We'll see.
We'll have to see.
We'll see. We
Uh,
we never know. Like if we're being completely honest, we never know what they're going to do. We guess,
no,
but we never know what they're going to
exactly,
do. So
exactly.
but we can look and say, all right, they just signed 2 wide receivers. I doubt they'll, draft one this early, especially with other needs on the team, Like we still don't know who the left guard is. So that could be an offensive lineman, right?
That's
Uh,
true.
Trent Williams is about 1 or 2 years from walking out the door. Could be a left tackle. You get one early. You never know. Dre Greenlaw is only here for a year. It might be a linebacker to be alongside Fred Warner for the future. We just don't know. So the draft will be a little bit exciting again in the first round because it's really a question mark as to what they'll do.
It
Commanders re-signed
really
Jake Moody.
is.
Yes, they did.
Kenny, I can see them still going. You never know.
It'd be a waste. It'd be a waste. This is the one where John Lynch has to go. No, Kyle. No, I'm taking control here. Just leave the room. I got this. You know.
And there's a lot of speculation on why Nick Bosa reworked his contract. We could see Bosa and Bosa coming. I mean, we have space in the edge room now that Bryce Huff decided to retire.
Bryce Huff retired, yeah.
27th is the Raiders' future pick. That's funny. But never say never.
Never say never.
Say always.
I like that. I always say always. The Copes, ladies and gentlemen, they're here all week.
But I mean, it's like, what do I want to see the rest of free agency? I don't know. There's still some quality players out there.
Yeah, but they've done a lot so far, more than what they've normally done, kinda. Right? So, but as you mentioned, there's still a lot of players out there. There's still a lot of players out there. We plugged holes. There are a lot of players. You never know. Everybody might see, these other guys signing on with the 49ers. They might be telling their agents, hey, call the 49ers. See if I can get on board with that. So you never know.
And, like this last year, look at what we did. Severe injuries, missing our two best defensive players. Then,
yep.
The Mikael. Well, I mean, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah. And major injuries to key spots.
We still went 12-5.
Yep.
And the team, we're letting Spencer Burford walk. We always let our left guard walk, though. This is true.
No one should be surprised. Was
actually visiting. I can't remember. Oh, he was visiting with the Chargers.
Chargers. It was reported. Yeah.
So, so left guard's still a gaping hole at this point. We did sign Verdarian Lowe. I'm going to just say it like that. Hopefully I'm right. And I still don't remember the Eagles backup lineman name because I look at that like he might not make the roster.
Yeah.
You never know, right?
You never know, yeah. And we've done that before, sign guys early and they don't make the roster. Or we trade them away or something, just cut them. So you never know. But right now it's just filling out the roster. And you can't say Brent Toth. There you go.
Brent Toth?
Yeah.
Brent Toth.
So you can't say they aren't addressing the offensive line because they signed two of them, two free agents. I'm sure they'll probably get one in the draft, like they always do. So we'll see what happens there.
Hey, like I said, pick 27. You never know, right? If there's a guy there, Kyle and John Lynch are drooling over, are going to be like, snag him.
Yeah.
I mean, mock drafts are never accurate.
No.
A lot of times the top 10, they're relatively accurate, but beyond there, it just goes to chaos and mayhem.
Yeah.
And there's a guy, Lomo, the tackle from one of the tackles from Utah, not Fanu. That's the guy that's probably going to be a top 6 pick.
Yeah.
But the other tackle, I mean, so many people have him falling to 30 to 36 range. It's like, I don't know if that's going to happen because of how NFL teams value that position.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the primary reason why I say I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe a guard like Vega Ione or Regnon from Oregon.
Like I've
maybe
seen,
they'll fall to us. Maybe they'll go edge because Bryce Huff retired.
Go edge, yeah. You go a young edge, and Raheem Mostert has no problem coaching young players. He likes to get them out there. He is the opposite of Kyle. So, and John Lynch, he loves drafting defensive linemen. That's his thing. So if the way they set up their board, whoever's there at the top when we make the pick, that's who it'll be. But you mentioned mocks. I've seen a couple of mocks floating around with us, targeting offensive linemen. And it's a position of need. It's stuff we need. So you just never know.
Well, I mean, the last 3 years, everyone's been wanting them to address the offensive line, and it's like it just hasn't happened,
Yeah.
Like, was it last draft? Yes, it was last draft. The Raiders, we literally were talking to these two tackles.
I know.
And the Raiders sniped us with the 2 picks right in front of us, taking both those guys.
Literally right in front of us.
And it was like, oh, man. I really like that Charles Grant guy they got, though. That was my favorite of the 2.
Yeah, he was the guy. He was on top of everybody's boards. I was looking at all the experts. He was the guy, and everybody was drooling over him. And I remember watching the draft going, wow, I can't believe he's still there. That's crazy. And that guy's there. And next thing you know, the Raiders just took them both. And it was like,
I know they're like snipe, haha.
Yep.
It was like wow, great. But we at least got up to stout out of that, though, because that's who they ended up taking.
It's not like we didn't get anything out of it. It just wasn't an offensive lineman.
We have the one-man offensive line. Kenny always calls Jake Brendel Protector of the Year. I'm like what's he protecting? His PFF score? Because he's not gonna
exactly.
He's not gonna take that guy on to lose that block.
We all know he's got a relative at PFF, gives him those high grades.
Oh yeah, something, huh?
Oh yeah.
Well, and then if you look at like some rankings our offensive line was 12th, so we weren't terrible.
Nah, the offensive line wasn't bad. They actually had a decent year, right? It was solid. You can see games where they moved people, got things going. I mean, everybody criticizes the run game, but CMC still had 1,200 yards rushing. So, they had to be doing something if he was able to accomplish that. I think everybody looks at the final game of the season and just overreacts. But that was not an indicator of how the full season actually went.
And it seems like Shanahan has actually, when they drafted Pooney, he was a better pass protector than he was a run blocker. So it kind of seems like he's starting to, mix up the line a little bit. So we're not going to have 5 beast run blockers up there. We're going to have some guys that pass protect really well.
Yeah. Got to have pass pro.
It's kind of like, what do you expect, right?
Exactly.
But I mean that Wednesday, you got to show Wednesday too. But Wednesday, I'm actually going to be going over like all the available free agents that are still left. There's still plenty of free agents left. I was looking at the list going, wow, this guy's still there. But it's like there's plenty of options, and I feel like the Niners are playing this right. Because they're not just like, all right, let's go sign everybody. And, like the Panthers, they signed that one guy that the Eagles traded for. And Jalen Phillips, that guy.
Yeah.
And I was looking at that contract like, are you serious? I wouldn't have done it. That's just me.
Yep.
I wouldn't have done it. But they did, right?
Yeah.
A target that we were projected to go after, Alec Pierce, the wide receiver from Indiana, or the Indianapolis Colts. He ended up re-signing a relatively big contract with them.
Yep.
And that's another one I don't think I would have thrown those kind of numbers at him. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like free agency, teams go crazy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the
I don't know
Colts
if something was in
valued
the
him, and
water,
yeah, the Colts valued him, and they really wanted him to stay homegrown. So they gave him that contract, which is cool. But like every year, there are teams that throw just big dollars at these players, and you're like, wow, I didn't see that coming. So
Now the next one I'm about to bring up, you might just chuckle at. Trent Taylor, BA is not a free agent, buddy. Like
BA is not a free agent.
They haven't released
correct.
him.
Yep,
They haven't released him.
He is under contract.
I can kind of see why they're doing this, though. Because I mean, he took a lot of money from the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
And he was playing catastrophic injury. Who knew that was going to happen, right? But then as he's working his way back, he just ghosts the team.
Yeah.
Stops showing up for training, stops everything. It's like, okay, what are you doing? And then John Lynch and Shanahan, they kept going with we'll see how it's going. They kept giving the vague answers to the press for many months.
Yeah.
Until I think it was late October, we found out that they voided his guaranteed money in July.
Yeah.
Talk about a tight-lipped, franchise, right?
Yeah. That's what John Lynch does. He doesn't talk about that stuff publicly.
And I was going, dang, when they do that? Then stuff like this. What was it? Was it this off season when he's driving that Cadillac 100 miles an hour past, Santa Clara?
Wasn't that during the season?
Was it during the season?
I thought that happened during the season. Yeah.
Well, he's lucky he didn't show his face, because they could literally take his license for that if he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it just kind of, mental health matters, folks. If you need help, get help. Right?
Completely.
I mean, we don't know what happened there. We're not Brandon Ayuk. We're not the 49ers.
Yeah.
But
don't know the man
it
at
looks
all.
to me like a situation where he does need to seek help. Just for himself.
We don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know the situation. So don't go there. If he does, get help. But we don't know the situation. So he just might be pining to play with his old quarterback. Like, he may have a man crush on him. You don't know, right? We don't know.
Oh.
But whatever it is.
That's true.
You just hope, once it's over, just let him be well. No matter what. Just gone.
And that's could that be why we're holding on to him, to see if Adam Peters was willing to throw us a draft pick?
Any team, not just the rate. Everybody's like, oh, the Redskins, like they're the only team in the league. There's 30 other teams in the league. Hey, we got a receiver. You need one? Well, just throw us a seventh. We don't care. If you get something for nothing, it works.
Ooh, the Cleveland Browns offered us a fifth. Here you go.
Yeah, these teams make foolish decisions. The draft doesn't go the way they want. They're scrambling at the end of free agents in the second period of free agency. They see that the well is dried up. They start calling teams. Hey, I'll give you such and such next year for that guy. Okay, let's do it. It happens.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Like we got up until the beginning of the season to make a move on them. Right? Your contract doesn't get guaranteed until you're on the week 1 roster. So we got all the way until September to make a move.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know if the Jets would take them. Remember, here's the thing you got to remember. The GMs in this league, they're close. It's a tight-knit circle. They all know each other. And they're all friends. So if they see a player treat their friend like crap, they're not going to be excited to take that player. Think about it. If I see a player treating David like crap, I'm not going to want him on my show. Like, nah, if you're an asshole with him, you're gonna be an asshole with me.
Yep.
That's the way it goes. And that's human nature. That's behavior, right? So don't think even Adam Peters, who knows him, but he's tighter with John Lynch than BA. Adam Peters might not want that headache. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good over here.
That's true. Well, all we know is but what's been reported. That's all we know.
You got to put that in quotes. Reported. Some guy sitting in fuzzy slippers in a stupid old robe with coffee stains on it. Like, oh, he lives in Montana, by the way. Oh, it's reported the Redskins are interested in this guy. Meanwhile, he writes for the Montana Gazette. There's no football team in Montana, but he knows all that's going on in the NFL. Sure, guy.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you. I've seen the spoof post. Oh, Joey Bosa is signed with the 49ers. It's like,
yeah,
I'm sitting there looking at it like,
mm-hmm.
Like, how does Joe Schmo from North Dakota know that? You know, like,
exactly. It's like, come on, are you serious? Like, there's been so much, and it's clicks and views time of year, so everybody's just putting out their crap to get clicks and views.
Oh boy, Kenny's kind of trolling here.
I see him trolling.
Yeah,
what do you say?
Trolling Revenge Tour 7.0. Now we're not doctors, so that's not up to us to decide.
What was that?
That was Papa J. Did you see that?
No, what do you say?
Papa J.
Oh.
I said we're not doctors. But I mean, that drama will play out whenever it plays out.
It's not even drama. It's just a situation that will play out. It's just a regular player situation. That's it. Players get cut every year, all year. Cut and traded every year, all year. Not even drama at this point. We all know it's inevitable. Everybody just has to be patient and let it happen. That's all that's needed.
So, I mean, this upcoming game in Australia, right?
Yeah. Week 1.
We still have a long ways to go before that.
A long way.
Did we ever talk about how many miles the Niners are going to be traveling this year?
I think we did on the last show. I think we did, but it's a ton.
It was over 38,000.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an NFL record.
Yeah. We got 2 international games. Even though Mexico City is, relatively close, it's still far. Right?
Yes.
So
and we got to do some elevation training too.
Yep. Huge elevation change going out there. So, but yeah, the league is ridiculous. Every year we're one of the most highest traveled teams as it is. But it seems like this year, the good old Al, who makes the schedule, was like, I wonder how far I can make them go for real. It's the dumbest thing ever. I don't understand it. 2 teams that are an hour away from each other have to go to the other side of the world to play a football game. Make it make sense.
Hey, at least we ain't over in like Indonesia or something yet.
Don't say that out loud.
I said yeah.
Coming up next. Right? The 2027 season is like, where can we go next?
Indonesia. That guy's got.
I heard this McNiner guy say something about Indonesia.
Terradome, just because you're sound from the shoulders down doesn't mean you don't need a checkup from the neck. Now that's true for everybody. That is.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. We actually, at my work, we have a shop counselor. So he's a 49er fan. So pretty much every time I go and we talk, it's about the 49ers.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's
good talk. Good talk.
The coolest part is no one can say anything about it because I'm talking to the shop counselor.
Exactly. Exactly. I'd be in there 2-3 times a week. How you doing? Here from a session.
Yes. And have you ever had this thing called a biometric screening?
No.
All right. Wednesday night, folks. I'll tell you what that's about. All right.
All right.
I was asking, the typical questions like, do I need to be worried about cold hands?
Uh-huh.
Do I, what is this about? It's like, I don't know. We'll find out. It's me and the assistant plant manager were the first 2 people to sign up because HR was like, you guys need to sign up and set an example for everybody. It's like, okay. Mm-hmm. But we'll find out, Steve-O, what's happening, buddy? Bang. Those international games are basically home games.
Yeah.
Let's see. The one in Australia is technically a Rams home game. So we're losing the home game in SoFi, but we're gaining a home game in Australia, right?
Yeah. Ain't the same, though. But yeah, we're basically losing 2 home games this year.
Can't wait to see how rowdy the fans are. They better have some. Never mind. But you got anything else, Ty? I mean, we could cut her off here if you don't have anything else.
Nah, man, just excited about the moves they made. Good stuff. Love what they did on special teams, keeping that unit, 2/3 of the unit intact and getting younger at the position, at the punter position. Thomas Morstead was okay. He was steady, but his punting wasn't, nothing spectacular or anything. He actually shanked a few. So we needed an upgrade there the most. And, they saw it, they recognized it and made the move. And it shows you how, they're not afraid to make moves in the right direction, just overall, right? And that started last year when they overhauled the special teams unit. So it's good stuff. It's exciting to see. And, it just started. Like the off season just started. There's a whole lot more to go. So you got to be excited about the direction the team is going in.
That I am, with all our young defensive linemen to, the younger wide receivers who now have Mike Evans in the room.
They finally, and that's a huge thing. There's finally like a big veteran presence that they can look at and learn from and, bounce ideas off them, ask questions to. That's something that's been missing, since Emmanuel Sanders. And even he joined mid-season. He wasn't there from the beginning. So just his presence there is going to make a huge difference on all those young guys that are there.
Well, so we're going to call it a night, folks.
Yeah.
So everybody, don't forget to tune in to East Coast Red and Gold Wednesday. You guys are on Wednesday, right?
Yep, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. And don't forget to tune into my show, which is at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Corey Davis, 49er Wednesday. We'll be talking about all the free agents that are left over, and other moves around the NFL, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even do a couple CPU mock drafts. I'm not doing that. I literally just let it's kind of entertaining watching the computer pick for you,
Yeah.
you know. But it's like, how realistic do you think this is? I think if you up the random factor, it actually gets more realistic. But that's just my opinion.
All right.
All right, guys. Everybody have a great night. As Corey Davis
Indeed.
says, go 49ers and F all